we're going to discuss Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, text number 36. Papamevashrayed asman hatvetanatayinah tasmanarha vayam hantum dhartarashtran sabandhavan swajanam hi katham hatva sukhinah syama madhava. Now this is a very interesting shloka. You will see that he is giving the reasons why he should not fight the battle. So, oh, voice is not clear. Is the voice clear to everybody else? Yes. So maybe some problem with the net connection or something like that. This is quite interesting. If everybody is able to hear and somebody is not able to hear, the problem is not with the speaker. The problem is somewhere in the middle. As we have given the example, now clear. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. Everybody, all the Nitya Siddhas are in love of God. We are not having love of God. So there is a problem somewhere with us. So the transmission is not happening properly. Now everybody is saying now clear, now clear. It means what? Just wait. Chant Hare Krishna, it will be clear. You understand my point? Now we cannot see Krishna in our heart, but don't worry. Don't worry. You mean anxiety? I am not able to see Krishna in my heart. Why? No, relax. Just chant Hare Krishna. You'll get love of God and you will be able to hear. Now, before I go further, I read yesterday something beautiful from Chaitanya Charitamrita. We'll also discuss in Hindi, but it's beautiful. He said the Hladini potency, the potency which gives bliss to Krishna, happiness to Krishna, is within the heart of every living entity. And that love is constant and inebriating. That means the love of the living entity towards Krishna is unmixed with other material desires. Join call over internet. Click it. Yeah. And and it is constant. So I was reflecting upon it and say, what does it mean? It means when a devotee has love, his love is manifesting or will be manifested in different activities for the Lord. He will go for Mangalarati, he will chant japa, he will hear Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, he will do some service for Krishna. So a devotee who has love of God or he has increased his love of God, he will be acting differently in terms of his relationship with Krishna, different activities. But the motivation for all the activities is love of God. Just like a person who's lusty, he will be engaging in different activities, but the only motivation for all those activities is lust, to enjoy his senses. Is it not? So now, anyways, we come back here. So Arjuna here is saying papam. Another reason why we should not fight. He says papam eva ashrayid asman hatvetan atatayinah. Try to understand these words. Papam eva. Eva means certainly, nothing else. We ashrayid. We are taking shelter of papam, sins only, by killing our relatives. Asman means by us. So the first line would mean we are only taking shelter of sin. We are just to satisfy our lust to gain this kingdom. We are only taking shelter of sin. Video is stopping. Should not stop. 1 second. No, it is working. Maybe it's a problem with the net there. Okay. Anyhow, everybody can hear the audio, isn't it? Okay. So only when the audio goes bad, you let me know. Otherwise, the flow is broken. Then, why are you saying like this? Hatva etan atatainah. Etan means these. Arjuna is speaking to Lord Krishna. He says, these people, we are taking shelter of sin. Why? Because we will be killing these atatainas. Now that's interesting. Atataina means a person who has done wrong to us. What are those wrongs? 6 kinds of wrongs that will be discussed in the commentary. But the Shastra says if a person is an atatai, has done wrong to you, killing him is not wrong. But see the bewilderment of Arjuna, he's saying killing the atatais, we are only taking shelter of sin. Isn't it amazing? If a person is atatai, Shastra says that you can kill him without you having to incur any sin. But he is thinking in a different way. Even if they are atatais, even if they are people who have offended us heavily, still if we kill them, we will get sin. So he's bewildered by the energy of the Lord himself. Otherwise, he would have not thought this. So that means he also knows Shastra. The word Atataina is not simply a poetic word or word to fill the poetry. There's an import to the word Atatai, and that Atatai word will be explained in the commentary. So he knows who are the Atatais. They are the Atatais. They have offended us in various ways, and actually in all the ways it will be mentioned. And there is no sin in killing the Atatais, but still, because of his bewilderment, he is thinking, no, 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 we are taking shelter of sin by having killed them. If we will kill them. Tasmat means therefore, na arha vayam hantum. Vayam means by us. Dhasransa bandhavan. Now, you say tasmat, because we are taking shelter of sin by killing these atatainas, it is not proper for us, na arha, it is not proper for us, it doesn't deserve for us, vayam hantum, it does not deserve, uh, it doesn't, it doesn't becomes of us, or it is not deserving that we kill them. Dhartarashtra. Why are you saying Dhartarashtra? They are the sons of Dhritarashtra, who's actually almost like our father. He's the sons of the king. Sabandhavan. Sabandhava means they are his step brothers. Swajana hi katham hatva sukhina syam madhava. Swajanam hi katham hatva. Swajanam means our relatives. He means certainly, and katham hatva. That means by killing our relatives, certainly, certainly, how can we become happy? Sukhinha Syama Madhava. I think you will be able to understand. Oh Madhava, how by killing our own relatives we can be happy. We have discussed this in the previous shloka, that all those with whom he would have shared his opulence and would have become happy will all be killed from both sides. So how they will be happy? Now he's saying that by killing them we will get sin. So one point. Second, it doesn't deserve for us to be doing like that. We are righteous people. We should not do this. And third point is that by killing our own people, how we can become happy, O Madhava? Madhava means husband of Lakshmi Devi, all opulence, all happiness. So, O Madhava, you are supposed to bring us fortune. Why are you pushing us? Why are you encouraging us to fight in this war? This is very nice import of the shloka, this word. Translation. Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhritarashtra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune, and how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? So now in Gita Bhushan commentary, the shloka is given which describes the 6 kinds of aggressors. Agnido Garadaschaiva Shastrapanir Dhanapah Kshetradharapahari cha Shad ete hiyatatainah. Agni, you understand? Fire. Somebody puts fire to the home. Garadaha, who means Gara means poison, Da means gives. So somebody who gives poison. So Agnida Garadas Chaiva. Cha Eva means either he burns your home or he gives you poison. These are the 2 kinds of people who are Atataina. Shastra Panir Dhanapaha. A person who attacks, Pani means hand, in his hand. So in his hand he takes weapon and attacks you. Third point, Dhanapaha, who steals your wealth. Kshetra Dara Apahari. Kshetra means land and Dara means wife. So if a person steals somebody's wife or his land, they are called Atatainaha, and such a person, if he is killed by another person whom he has offended, there is no sin. Now let us try to remember, have the Pandavas not been offended by in all the 6 ways? Before we go further, let us think about it. Do you remember the pastime of what is that place called? I'm forgetting the name, and now you all are muted. You can't help me. But you know that palace was made. Palace of Lac was made by on the order of Duryodhana, and that was put to fire by one of the accomplices of Duryodhana. But somehow other Pandavas were saved. Laksha Greh. Yes. Okay. So at least you can type. Yeah, Prabhuji, what do you think? You can't stop us. We'll definitely help you out. Yes, Laksha Greh. This is one. So he's arsonist. Then Garada, Bhima was poisoned. Nothing. Okay, this is second Atataina. Then Shastra Pani, they have attacked. Anyhow, they were attacking here, and otherwise also they wanted to attack. In the there was a test of the merit of all the Pandavas and Kauravas. They were displaying their weaponly merit, and Karna came and he attacked Arjuna by his weaponry things. Otherwise, also they had attacked. Now, what is that? Next is Shastrapani. Then other is Dhanapaha. All their wealth through the means of that Dut Krida, that means the game of dice, was stolen away. So that is also Atataina. Then what is the Kshetra? All their Yudhishthira Maharaj was actually the ruling king, and he was subjected to being in the forest for 13 years. So that also was done. And then not only this, they tried to insult the wife of Pandavas, Mother Draupadi. So see, they had offended. See, please try to understand the import of this shloka. If a person has offended another person by any one of these 6 methods, he is called Atataina. So there is no, as per Shastra, there is no danger, or there is no sin in punishing him. Is that clear? And now you see, they have offended him, all the whole of the Pandavas, in all the 6 ways, to the highest maximum possible extent. The poison which was given to Arjuna was not like a rat poison or something which you can survive, or a poison to kill the mosquitoes. It was the most severe poison. Similarly, the whole plan to kill by fire was in the most dangerous way. The way they wanted to insult Mother Draupadi was most intense and vicious. So you see, in all the ways, they were Atatainas to the highest extent, offenders to the highest extent. And still Arjuna is thinking, by killing them, I'll get sin. So this shows his extreme soft nature, being a devotee of the Lord. Are you able to understand? Yes. Prabhupada will refer to this in his commentary. The arsonist, that means who burns your home, one who poisons, one who attacks with weapons, the thief, the stealer of property, and the stealer of one's wife are considered aggressors. Vashishta Smriti 3.19. And also it is said, Atatainam ayantam hanyad eva vicharayan natatai vadhe dosho hantur bhavati kaschana. So a person who is an atatai, there is no atatai vadhe dosho, and there is no fault in killing an atatai. Hantur bhavati kaschana. There is no absolutely, kaschana means absolutely, there is no fault in killing the atatais. Try to understand this from Manusmriti. Now people will not listen to you, so do not take law in your hand. People don't follow Manusmriti now, but that's what was prevalent at that time, and actually it should be taken into consideration, even giving judicial proceedings. But people don't now accept this. Without consideration, one should kill the aggressors, as there is no fault in killing them. This is from Manusmriti. So this again a point. Dharma is not our opinion. Dharma is the opinion or the injunctions of the Shastra. We cannot imagine this is dharma and this is not dharma. So from Manusmriti we know this dharma. Therefore, by scriptural injunctions, it is justified to kill these 6 types of aggressors. Who is speaking this in the commentary? Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna would say, you are saying that you have to kill all these people very, very bad. That means in the previous shlokas, but you must remember they're atatainas. So there is no problem in killing them. So if Krishna would have said this, then what Arjuna says, in that way he's linking the shloka. Does it make sense to you? They are linking each and every shloka. If Krishna would have said, yes, they're relatives, but you must remember that they're atatainas. So there is no problem in killing them. Then Arjuna would have spoken like this. I hope you are able to follow what we are discussing here. In this verse, he replies to this argument. So there's a link there in between the previous shlokas and this shlokas. Having killed them, the sin caused by killing relatives will come to us who remain. That means if we kill these people, the sin of killing the relatives will come. Now, there's some very nice and interesting commentary here. This means that the statements of Artha Shastra, as mentioned above, are weaker than the statements of Dharma Shastra, such as Ma hinsyat sarva bhutani, do not afflict any living entity, for the Smriti also says, Arthashastra tu balavad, Dharma Shastram iti stitihi. The rules of Dharma Shastra are stronger than those of Arthashastra, Yagvalkya Smriti. So, try to understand what he's saying. See, this shloka, Atatainam Atyantam Hanyad eva vichara arayan eva vicharayan natatai vadhe dosho hantur bhavati kashana. So, as per the commentary, this is from the Arth Shastra, or this also Agnida Ityadi. So they are all from the Arth Shastra. I'm not sure Manu Smriti is Arth Shastra or not, but it seems that the first shloka which describes an Atataina is from the Arth Shastra. Manu Smriti is not Arth Shastra. So now Arjuna is giving the argument that yes, as per Artha Shastra, these are the people who are Atatainas, and they can be killed uh, without any doubt, or that there will be no sin. There should not be any doubt about it. But Dharma Shastras also say that one should not commit hinsa or violence to any living entity. And then he says Dharma Shastras, the injunctions of Dharma Shastras are superior to Artha Shastra. We must understand there are various Shastras and they are relatively superior to each other. Highest is Srimad Bhagavatam, because there are different people of different grades. So we cannot say all the injunctions of Shastra are of equal level, because they are for different people. So here the injunction from Yagvalkya Smriti is that a person who is dharmic, who follows the path of dharma, he will give preference to following dharma than to give preference to follow artha. I give an example. Like somebody will say, we can sell Tulsi Arka or Tulsi medicines made by Tulsi Devi or Tulsi, because Tulsi has medicinal properties. But we were discussing in our discussion that in our product thing, that okay, the previous in charge has made. So from Arthashastra point of view, you can say yes, you can send give Tulsi Arka whatever to people. But what does Dharma say? Dharma says that Tulsi cannot be offered to anyone except Krishna directly. Without offering to Krishna, you cannot eat it. So now if a person is making medicines and person is taking the medicines, it's an offense. So now you can balance it. So that's why we in our on our Gomata products, we said, okay, whatever is there, you sell it out. But now even if there is demand, we're not going to sell this. We are not going to use Tulsi for artha. Tulsi is only for paradharma, for bhakti. Does it make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to you. So dharma for us, dharma is more important than artha. Dharma here means our purification of heart and something which will please Krishna. So that is very important. See, Krishna is Lakshmi Pati. We don't have to give Lakshmi to him. We have to be engaged somehow that we do not follow, so that we get purified. So in that process, we should not become greedy to the extent that we forget dharma. So anyhow, so you have understood this point. Dharma Shastras are more important than Artha Shastra. Okay. So he says, let us follow Dharma Shastra. Therefore, killing Bhishma and others worthy of worship on the strength of the weaker Artha Shastra is certainly a cause of sin. So now you understand why, even if they're Atatainas, why Arjuna is saying that we will get sin. It's a beautiful point. It's very meticulously we have to understand these commentaries. I'll explain this again. Atataina can be killed as per Artha Shastra. Point number one. But then Dharma Shastra says, Ma hinsa sarva bhutani. You should not commit hinsa to anybody. Now you bring all on a scale. Now I should not commit sin to anybody. Hinsa to anybody. Then how can I commit hinsa to people who are so worthy of worship? Even if they are atatainas, that's why I will commit sin if I kill them. Is it clear? Or your mind is going topsy turvy? Too much commentary. But you will see all these things in Srila Prabhupada's comments. And in this way, you will be convinced that Prabhupada books have not been changed. You will see all throughout. If anybody says Prabhupada books have been changed, is whatever he is. But you will see all the things of the commentary are exactly there in Prabhupada's books. No change. No change with the Acharya's teachings. Make sense to you? Okay. Where we are. Yes. In this verse, Arjuna concludes his statement, which started with Nacha Shreyo Anupashyami in verse 31. So, this Nacha Shreyo Anupashyami is very important. Shreya means future benefit. Anupashyami, constantly, I am not seeing any benefit in fighting this war. So, from starting from Shlok number 31, Arjuna is saying Nacha Shreyo Anupashyami. Shreya means future benefit. Anupashyami, constantly seeing. So, he's saying, I am I'm constantly not seeing any future benefit. Means I am not seeing any future possibility of any future gain by having this war. So and why he's not seeing, he's enlisting in all these shlokas starting from shloka number 31. Therefore, tasmat, because of the commission of sin, and also because we cannot even achieve physical happiness in this life, stated in the verses above, we should not kill the sons of Dhritarashtra who are our relatives. Beautiful point. If somebody has committed sin, but somehow or other he becomes happy in this life, then still also he has reason to commit sin. But you must be remembering, I have explained, he said that I will not be happy in this world, and I will also not be happy by going to Swarga. And now he says, what, how will I go to Swarga? I am committing sin by killing my relatives. So there is no nacha shreyam anupasami, I am not able to see any future benefit by doing this activity. In this world also, we are enthusiastic to do some activity which will give us some future benefit, is it not? Everybody has some conception of shreya, that this will be my future benefit. So now when you don't see any future benefit, why will you work? You're chanting Hare Krishna so that obviously we get some happiness now also, but we also feel, we know that we're going to go back to Godhead. If you say, no, you're chanting Hare Krishna just so that you can burn some calories, will you chant Hare Krishna? Just for 2 hours we just burn our calories? No, we burn our avidya. If you say burn our avidya or pap, sin, then we are okay. We are excited about it because we have a lot of extra baggage of sinful activities from previous lives and this life. But if you just burn your calories by chanting Hare Krishna, what? I can burn my calories in so many ways. By simply by chanting Hare Krishna. So the idea is, everybody has a sense of, especially, please remember, especially human beings who are little bit thoughtful, they have a sense of future planning, future happiness, Shreya. So now here we see a person who follows dharma, he always consider, I'm doing this, will it benefit me in the future? Just like give an example, yesterday Badam Pak was given to me, and first thing I asked, he said, it's very nice. First thing I asked, is it offered to Krishna? Is it not? So same with all the devotees here. If you get any food items, even if I cannot directly see whether it's prasadam or not, but I'll ask the devotee who's brought in front of me, is it prasadam or not? Does it make sense? Because we are knowing about our future, or at least we can see our future through Shastra. So now, based on the Shastric understanding, Arjuna, can I please repeat the last point? What last point? Uh, no, hold on one second. Okay. Only 15 minutes are left. Let me complete the thing. Last point. Last point means which last? How much last? Okay, as far I can understand, last point is that from text number 31, he says, I am not able to see any future happiness by fighting this war. And from text 31 onwards, he's enlisting one by one his reasons why he should not fight the war. So this is the whole sequence of events, and in this section he's saying that that's why we should not fight war, because we will not be happy in this world. We will not be happy by getting the swarga, and also now here he's saying we will get sin. So how will we get swarga? So tasma, therefore we must not fight this war. Okay. Yes. And we are seeing this quality of Arjuna, that he has knowledge of Shastra, and he wants to apply the Shastra in his life so that he gets benefit, but he's kind of bewildered. So in this one lesson we also learning that even if you know Shastra, even if you want to apply Shastra, we need guidance of superior guidance how to apply Shastra in a particular situation in a life. Otherwise we'll be bewildered how to apply Shastra, is it not? So are enjoying the kingdom without our elders and friends meant for bringing happiness will eventually bring sorrow. O Madhava, husband of auspiciousness, Lakshmi, why do you instigate this war devoid of auspiciousness? The beautiful meaning of the word Madhava. Are you able to appreciate this point? Madhava means husband of Lakshmi, Lakshmi Pati. Lakshmi not only means Lakshmi, doesn't only means coins or gold. It means all kind of opulences, health, prosperity. Suppose you have all the money in the world, but you don't have any grains. What will you eat? Will you eat what is that? Will you eat $100 pakoda? Have you ever cook? Can you cook? No. And then if you have everything, if you don't have hunger, will you be able to relish anything? Nothing. So we can see Lakshmi Devi means all kinds of happiness, physical happiness, spiritual happiness, everything. So you are Madhava. Sometimes we say also this, Are Baba, your name is Bahubali and you have no Bahubal, something like this. Krishna also will say like this to Arjuna, Oh Mahabahu. Mahabahu means you have lot of, your Bahu is very strong. Now you should control your senses. Jahi Shatru Mahabaho Kamarupa Durasadam. Oh Mahabahu, you are very expert in fighting the other enemies, but now you kill this enemy of lust. So similarly, those words will come in Bhagavad Gita. So here is saying the import of the words Madhava is, Oh Madhava, you are supposed to bring auspiciousness. Why are you bringing inauspiciousness? Now it's amazing. Krishna is charioteer. So how he can be blamed for the war? That is the question. Krishna is simply, I'm the Sarthi. You are fighting the war. I am not fighting the war. I am only a Sarthi. But Arjuna knows everything happens by Krishna's will. So he's that import is very clear. Oh Madhava, oh Supreme, the husband of supreme auspiciousness. This will not bring us auspiciousness. We should not fight. Many times conditioned soul blames Krishna for his misfortune. If one devotee cracks a joke, if Sachin Tendulkar will get bowled on zero, then he will look up as if the Lord has blown off his wicket or something like that. Krishna is not playing your cricket, but people think like this. If he scores 100, he will not look at on Krishna or God. But if he goes bad, they say, oh, as if Krishna has done the match fixing or something like that. But Krishna never brings inauspiciousness to anybody. Prabhupada will clearly explain in this in his commentary. Note, the derivation of Madhava is here Ma meaning Lakshmi and Dhava meaning husband. So he's the husband of Lakshmi, and we must know that know this also. Wherever Krishna is, wherever Arjuna is, there is Shri, Bhuti, Shri Vijay. That is the last conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. So this is a bewilderment of Arjuna that is thinking that by following the instruction of Krishna, any kind of inauspicious or some kind of no, he's thinking that by following the instruction of Krishna, there is nothing but inauspiciousness. Think about it, is it not? He is thinking that by following the instruction of husband of auspiciousness, nothing will work. No auspiciousness will come. Nacha shreyam anupashyami. Nothing will happen. But we must remember, wherever Krishna is, when any person who follows Krishna's instruction, there can be absolutely no reason to think that there will be inauspiciousness. There can be no inauspiciousness in the life of a devotee. Does it make sense? Even if there is some misery, that also it is his check of going back to Godhead. Makes sense to you? Before I go forward, I just want to elaborate on this point. Suppose you get a check of 1 lakh rupees. And if you throw it in dustbin, will it be of any value? No. But if you go to bank and cash it, you will get 1 lakh rupees. So suppose there is some misery in this life. Very beautiful example. And if I cry about it and complain about it, then I'm throwing the opportunity to go back to Godhead. I'm throwing the opportunity to go back to Godhead. But if I accept Krishna, thank you, I would have suffered so much more. Thank you for putting me in this misery. I'll accept it. And he continues to serve Krishna. Then this is the paycheck. This is the check which we have encashed. Tatteino kampam susamikshamana. So what I'm trying to say, Krishna never brings any kind of inauspiciousness to any devotee. Like one of our devotees who has recently joined, his wife has given him divorce. So I say, would you like to marry again? No. So say, it is auspiciousness or not? What is your opinion? Yes? No? So devotees are able to understand. Say, what kind of preaching is this? But so externally maybe inauspiciousness, but internally, if he becomes focused in chanting, he realizes what a miserable this world is, then it is auspiciousness. Dhruv Maharaj was thrown in front of everybody from his father's lap. Inauspiciousness? Yes. But later on, what was the result? Supreme auspiciousness. So Krishna never brings his Param Mangal. He's Shubh Krishna. That means, not me. Shubh Krishna means he always brings auspiciousness to everybody. What is that? Mangal Bhavan, Amangal Hari, Sabahus Dasarat, Ajar Bihari. You know this? Mangala Bhavan. He is the very abode of auspiciousness. Nama Swastayanam Hare. His name is the abode of auspiciousness. So there is no point that Arjuna will be meeting any auspiciousness. That is not only for Arjuna, but for all of us. Purport. So whatever we have discussed, I will not elaborate. And whatever Prabhupada is saying, which needs explanation, I'll explain. According to the Vedic injunctions, there are 6 kinds of aggressors. Now you see, is there any change in Prabhupada books? There is no change. A poison giver, one who sets fire to the house, one who attacks with deadly weapons, one who plunders riches, one who occupies another's land, and one who kidnaps a wife. Such aggressors are at once to be killed, and no sin is incurred by killing such aggressors. But again, now in this present situation, we don't recommend this. If these things are happening, you can call the police, but do not try to take law in your hand, because then you will be also behind bars. Don't, this is there, but we cannot apply this now in this life, in this present age, and we should not do also. Such killing of aggressors is quite befitting any ordinary man. But Arjuna was not an ordinary person. So you see, this line is coming from that point. A person who is very normal person who will follow Artha Shastra, for him this is the injunction that he should kill the aggressor. But a person who is dharmika, who follows the path of dharma like Arjuna, must follow Dharma Shastra in preference to Artha Shastra. But that we have discussed this. He was saintly by character, and therefore he wanted to deal with them in saintliness. This kind of saintliness, however, is not for a Kshatriya. Although a responsible man in the administration of a state is required to be saintly, he should not be cowardly. It's a very important point. But he is not understanding another aspect of dharma, that dharma of Kshatriya is to fight a dharma yuddha. If a person engages or challenges a Kshatriya to fight, and the cause is just, then he must fight. So there was no sin on the part of Arjuna. So the other aspect of the Dharma Shastra was he was neglecting. That is quite common in normal people. They will take one portion of the Dharma which is pleasing to them or pleasing to their senses, but they will not take the other part of the Dharma which is not pleasing to their senses. This is how people actually do. So now he was forgetting his Dharma as a Kshatriya. A Kshatriya should punish the miscreants, and there is no sin in doing that. So he was forgetting that. So Krishna is reminding him, it's not like that. For example, Prabhupada explains here, Lord Ram was so saintly that people even now are anxious to live in the kingdom of Lord Ram, Ramarajya. But Lord Ram never showed any cowardice. Ravana was an aggressor against Rama because Ravana kidnapped Ram's wife, Sita, but Lord Rama gave him sufficient lessons, unparalleled in the history of the world. Very easy to understand. In Arjuna's case, however, one should consider the special type of aggressors, namely his own grandfather, own teacher, friends, sons, grandsons, etc. So this is a very important point. Now you may say, okay, Ram had punished Ravana, so now similarly Arjuna should punish Duryodhana and the company. No problem. But we must remember, at least from the point of view of Leela, Lord Ram was not having a relationship with Ravana externally, means he was not his relative or something like that. So, and we see in the case of Krishna, Lord Krishna, because he had a relationship with Shishupal, and her mother and his mother had pleaded to Lord Krishna not to kill his son, Shishupal. So Krishna tolerated it so many times, and Shishupal was knowing that benediction, that if I speak 100th slang, गाली दूंगा 100वीं गाली दूंगा तो मार देंगे. So he would always count how many times he was using ill names to Krishna. So he will count till 99 and stop. But on the time when he was actually killed, he was so angry that he forgot that it was 100, and then Krishna had an opportunity to kill him. So like this. So I'm just saying that Krishna is also very tolerant. Even, Dvivida, you will see in the past time, Dvivida was creating all kind of ruckus, but he has done some service during the time of Lord Ram, so Krishna did not kill him. Last of all, then Balramji killed him because he was too much offensive to gopis also. So like this. So Krishna is very tolerant. He always see that positive point. But what I'm trying to say is that similarly, a devotee always remembers whatever a favor a person has done, even in a slight way, to him. They don't see others' fault, and that's why Arjuna is remembering Dronacharya and Kripacharya and Bhishma Pitama, all that. So they had not offended him. They had sided with the Kauravas, but not stopping the insult of Mother Draupadi. But still, he could remember that no, this they have done a lot of favors to us. You will see in Bhagavatam also, Mother Draupadi's sons, young sons, were killed while they were sleeping by Ashwathama. But still says, no, we cannot forget the favor which Dronacharya has done to us. And then she also says, I don't want, beautiful point, I don't want Mother Kripi. Kripi means wife of Kripacharya, wife of Dronacharya, who's the mother of Ashwathama, to feel the same pain I am feeling. It's amazing, isn't it? 5 sons were killed like this. So you cannot conceive how a devotee's heart is so soft. So it's like that. So Arjuna is also like this. So he has to fight with the people who has done favor to them. So he's not coward, but he's a soft heartedness. Because of them, Arjuna thought that he should not take the severe steps necessary against ordinary aggressors. So ordinary aggressors can be taken, they can be punished. But these are not ordinary people. They are actually my relatives. How can I kill them? Besides that, saintly persons are advised to forgive. Such injunctions for saintly persons are more important than any political emergencies. All this we have discussed. Dharma Shastra injunctions of not doing any hinsa to anybody is more important than this consideration of aggressor. Arjuna considered that rather than kill his own kinsmen for political reasons, it would be better to forgive them on grounds of religion and saintly behavior. Now, this is very clear. I don't have to explain this. He did not therefore consider such killing profitable simply for the matter of temporary bodily happiness. A beautiful point. Temporary bodily happiness. A devotee knows this, that he is here in this body for some time. He can just leave the body at any point of time. So why I'm in this body, give pain to any living entity for this body which is actually meant to be eaten by dogs or consumed by fire? Beautiful point. This is amazing point. I'm saying this from Srimad Bhagavatam. It's like this will happen. I'll speak something in Bhagavad Gita from Bhagavatam. I'll speak something from Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, in Bhagavatam, I'll speak something from Bhagavatam in Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada also does like this. One of the devotees expressed this point. This body, which will be consumed by dogs, or consumed by worms, or consumed by fire. Why, while living in this body, he should give pain to others and carry sin upon himself? Are you able to understand this point? Rather, this body should always be, this body is useless, third class, waste, and it will meet a very bad destination. So while we are in this body, let us try to do good to people. That is the instruction of Srimad Bhagavatam. Does it make sense to you? So Arjuna says, I cannot do any good to them, and rather I'll commit sin by killing them. So what is the point? So he doesn't feel any sreya in this place. After all, kingdoms and the pleasures derived therefrom are not permanent. So why should he risk his life and eternal salvation by killing his own kinsmen? I think now it must be very clear. This life is temporary. So why should I commit sins for my sense gratification and risk of not going back to Godhead? But an amazing thing. You see how conditioned souls have complete bewilderment, and they do not fear committing any sins and risking their going back to Godhead just to satisfy their senses. What an amazing kind of moha of the living entities. Some people can't even wake up in the morning. They are risking their going back to Godhead. If they not wake up in the morning, they might not be able to chant Hare Krishna. They can, I'm not saying about you, the devotees, I'm saying so many people out there. So difficult for them. Arjuna's addressing of Krishna as Madhava, or the husband of the goddess of fortune, is also significant in this connection. He wanted to point out to Krishna that as husband of the goddess of fortune, he should not induce Arjuna to take up a matter which would ultimately bring about misfortune. So this we have discussed, we will not discuss further. Krishna, however, never brings misfortune to anyone. That also we have discussed. To say nothing of his devotees. Have we not discussed this point? It may appear the devotee is in difficulty or like that, but Krishna is like a father, sometimes he will give you nimba juice. Nimba juice means neem juice. Sometimes he will give you thumbs up. Not thumbs up is bad for us. Maybe he'll give you lassi or whatever, sweet or something like that. So in both the situation, he's thinking for our welfare. I will allow devotees now to unmute themselves, and in case you have any question, you can ask, or via chat you can ask or comment or something like that. Is there any questions or comments? No, Prabhuji, we don't understand English. That is a comment. I hope everybody understands English who was here. So I must say that I was not sure that if Pinky Mataji also understand English. So I was surprised how she was in English class. So you see, by appearance, we cannot know about anybody, not about Mataji also. So what you can know about Krishna without hearing? Then I asked Vrindavan Vihari Prabhu said, he said, no, Mataji is educated and she understands English. So okay, anyways, some questions are there, then you can unmute yourself and ask. Yes, Prabhu. Rudra Prabhu, want to say something?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, nowadays Dharma Shastra is greater than Arth Shastra. Like
See, nowadays people do not believe in Artha Shastra, they do not believe in they do not believe in Dharma Shastra, they do not believe in any Shastra. Whatever they have written, whatever their mind speaks, that is called that is a Shastra which they think. So what do you? That's why what that's a problem. You see, now if a person is committing a murder, he is not hanged, and for that he will have to suffer so much sin. The Dharma Shastra says if a person is actually killing somebody, is a murderer, then he will if he's killed by the king, then he will not he will not be going to hell. But now it's all not followed. What to do? So injunction is there, but we are not supposed to kill people who does all these things. We can maximum report to the police, let the police take care, if at all they take care. But if they're supposed to take care, but they also do not follow dharma. Yes, Milind Prabhu, you want to say something?
not a question.
Okay.
But, really nice learnings. Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita is amazing. Bhagavad Gita is very amazing, very nice. See, one thing is that for us, we should always think in our life, more important than money is dharma. Dharma rakshati rakshata. A person who follows the path of dharma, he is protected by dharma. Because Krishna himself says, dharma is within my heart and adharma is on my back. So you'll see in fifth canto. So Krishna is saying like that. So a person who follows dharma is protected by Krishna. Okay. Okay. So we shall. And I think your one question is what does your name mean? It is not my name. It is Krishna's name. Shubha Krishna. Shubha Krishna means Shubha means auspiciousness, and Krishna means Krishna. So Krishna brings auspiciousness for everybody. So I am his servant. So I'm trying to bring auspiciousness for myself by talking about Krishna. Any other questions? Okay. So we shall stop here. हाँ माताजी. Yes.
Arjun is not a common man.
Yes.
But the Krishna.
हिंदी में बोल दीजिए, मैं अनुवाद कर दूंगा इंग्लिश में. Yes. नहीं.
But the Krishna is saying Kurukshetra in the उपदेश of the all the people in the Bhagavad.
आपका प्रश्न समझ में नहीं आया मुझे, हिंदी में बोल दीजिए. अर्जुन सामान्य व्यक्ति हैं. हाँ.
अर्जुन कॉमन मैन नहीं है, लेकिन श्री कृष्ण ने जो उपदेश दिया है गीता में, वो मतलब all the people.
Very good question. Arjuna is a pure devotee of the Supreme Lord. So he is giving instruction to Arjuna. So is it for Arjuna only or is for everybody? How can a common man follow it? Very good question. You see that Arjuna was only an instrument. He was an instrument not only to fight the battle, but he was an instrument to disseminate the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to everybody. You must hear this secret very important, very clearly. Why Krishna gave the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to Suryadev? So that this knowledge is disseminated in a digestible manner for common man. I'll repeat the point. Krishna gave the knowledge to sun god or the Rajarshis, so the Rajarshis will make arrangement that everybody gets this confidential knowledge of Bhagavad Gita in a form which they can digest and practice. So now, Mataji, are you not offering your food to Krishna? Yes. Definitely, all the Matajis are offering to food to Krishna. Yes, everybody. I'm not offering. I'm only offering prasadam to myself. I mean to say, we don't do that service, but other devotees do it. So now, when Krishna says, "You worship me, you become my devotee, you think of me, and you pay obeisances to me," is it for Arjuna? Yes. But can it be practiced by common man? Yes. So Bhagavad Gita's teachings are very important. Krishna says, "You surrender to me." So then, can Arjuna surrender to Krishna? Yes. Can we surrender to Krishna? Yes. So we see that. So we see that. What I wanted to say. Yeah, this question disturbed my answer. So what I'm trying to say is that we see that the instructions of Bhagavad Gita are highly practical. Karma Yoga is practical for everybody. Uh, Working without any fruiting mentality is practical for everybody. Just, I mean, I don't want to give my example, but I just take my example. I'm a brahmachari. I don't take any money from temple or anything. We just serve selflessly. Now this business service has been given, or I have taken, whatever you can say, and I'm so enthusiastic to expand the business, but for Krishna. Not even a single pie for myself. Just 2-3 sets of dhoti and some prasadam. Prasadam definitely we want. Without prasadam, we're not going to work. But I'm just saying. So now, and you will be surprised. There is so much happiness in doing this business. We have no targets to meet. Nothing. Krishna is saying, I cannot imagine. I cannot explain. There is so much happiness. The same person thing. If a business person would have done, he would be in anxiety. But we are not in anxiety. We discuss Bhagavad Gita. We chant Hare Krishna, and daytime we are happy that we have some service for Krishna. I must admit, somebody told me is fighting happening in Azerbaijan and whatever Armenia. I have nothing to do. I don't read news, but because I was having some time and I was not busy enough, I read that news. For me, it's a big fall down. See, I'm admitting to you publicly. For me, it's a big fall down. It's a useless thing. I'm soul. I have nothing to do with fighting. Nothing. Now I am so busy. I have no time for any news or anything. We have three classes to give, and then so Guru Maharaj told this point. Free time is not a luxury. Free time is a danger. So now Krishna arranged that I have some service in which I can apply my mind, and in that way be detached from any kind of subtle or gross sense gratification. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is this is practical. You can do business for Krishna. You can grow tulsi for Krishna. Like our Shashikant Prabhu is growing wheat for Krishna. Shashikant Prabhu, is it practical or only theoretical? Are you only growing wheat in pages or actually growing wheat in fields? So Prabhuji is growing it. He's a very young man, only 60 years of old age, but he's doing that. So everybody can do that service for Krishna. Whatever he's doing, he can do for Krishna. Like Richa Mataji is preaching about Krishna. So like this, and Juhi Mataji has made this, whatever, the pamphlets or whatever you can say. She's helping in the other projects of preaching. Everybody can preach to that and serve Krishna. What is the difficulty? Our Prince Prabhu has helped us in making those slides which you are seeing in Bhagavatam, apart from the regular services. So what is the difficulty in applying Bhagavad Gita? So the conclusion is Bhagavad Gita is actually for common man. Is actually for common man, because Arjuna was a Kshatriya. And he was actually a common man. Actually a common man. He's a pure devotee, but a common man. So the instruction is a common man can be a lover of Krishna. That is the meeting. That is the instruction of Bhagavad Gita. I'll repeat this. A common man of this world can be a pure devotee, a lover of Krishna. Do you agree? Yes. Chanting Hare Krishna is done by everybody, by Mataji, by Prabhuji, by Bachaji, by Buddhaji, everybody. So everybody can do it. So Krishna's instruction has been practically applied by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we are doing that. Okay, it's a very good question. Very good question. Any other questions are there? Somebody wants to? Okay. So the question can be, Prabhuji, when you are going to leave us? Oh, Sauru Prabhu, yes.
प्रभु प्रश्न ये था प्रभु जिस प्रकार हम पारायण करते हैं भगवत गीता का यदि इसके श्लोक के विषय में हमें जानकारी ना हो और हम पारायण कर रहे हैं अर्थात उसका अर्थ ना पता हो yes तो क्या उसका लाभ हमें प्राप्त होता है very good question by Sonu Prabhu, that we are chanting these shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, you are forcing us. What is this? I could have left, but no, he shows to everybody and like this. And then he also, so what is the benefit of it? You see, as I'm explaining Bhagavad Gita now, you will understand the meaning, first of all. And when we were doing Parayan again and again, those meanings will be directly understood by you. I had the same doubt with another senior devotee who told me about this.
पर भी समझ में तो नहीं आ रहा है. But now I'm doing Paran again and again. I can pick up the shlokas directly. I don't know Sanskrit. I'm telling you, I studied Sanskrit only till 8th standard of ICC standard. But by again and again coming in contact with those words, we learn this language. Just like how did we learn Hindi? By hearing. This is one angle. Another thing is these are directly Krishna's words. Krishna has invested his energy in this shlokas of Bhagavad Gita. You will see the glorifications of Bhagavad Gita. A Rakshasi has spoken. Kim tada Brahma kim adhyatmam, kim karma purushottama. This is from the 8th chapter, first shloka, and she was delivered. So they have the inherent potency to purify us. And then Bhagavatam, same. Even if you don't understand, you simply chant, you get purified. Do you know the meaning of Hare Krishna mantra? Well, may or may not. But because a transcendental vibration, a person chants Hare Krishna, he gets purified. Just like Ajamil was not thinking about the meaning and the deep import of the meaning of Narayana, but simply chanting Narayana, he was delivered. So, and this also will be explained by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Swadhyaya bhyasanam chaiva vangmayam tapa uchate. Reciting the Vedic literatures is the austerity of your speech. You get purified by that. And what do you is your feeling? What is more nice, filmy songs or Janma Dasyayat? Yes, Prabhuji, natural filmy song is more tasty. What is this taste in Janmadi? No. So you start singing it, you feel so nice to just sing those songs. And what is and also at your end, you can read the meaning of the shlokas and then you can understand them. I have something more in mind which is in my consciousness, and I think all the devotees will like it. After we complete Bhagavad Gita chapter 1, I'll read the Sanskrit and explain the Sanskrit and read the Sanskrit and explain the Sanskrit. In this way, we'll complete whole chapter like an overview and we'll show the flow of the chapter. So in that way, you'll be able to understand the meanings of the shlokas also. So but this is in planning. So many plans for Krishna, like one of the plans, and this way will help the devotees to understand the Sanskrit directly. This was my heart's desire, I think maybe 15, 16 years back, that I will be able to understand the meaning of the words of Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita directly. It's happening now, and it's very easy also. You read the shlokas, you have heard today's class, now you read the translations and word meanings, and then will start picking up. It's not difficult. Okay? And you have to start somewhere, isn't it? If you start playing mridanga, you have to start playing terekita. I said, oh, what is the use of it? I said, use is there, because later on your hands will become expert in playing that. Yes, Milind Prabhu. If devotees have to go for prasadam, I have no objection. Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
Actually, I wasn't thinking of asking this question, but this question was going on in my head from almost 3 or 4 days.
Okay. That is a good point. When you chant Hare Krishna, then you start asking questions. When we don't chant Hare Krishna, there is no question. Only question is, where is the food? Where is the sleep? That is the only question we have. Okay, now you're thinking, Milind. Yes.
Actually, this question was going on. Like, I mean, we are all from the spiritual planets, Guru, Vaikuntha, and basically there people are living anadikal.
This is your philosophy. This is not what Bhagavatam speaks.
No. Actually,
see, you are saying I was in a spiritual world and I was living there from eternal time, eternity, and I've somehow fell down. Is it what? Yes. We are here since beginningless time. We are here in the material world since beginningless time. Case closed. But we will not remain here for long. After this life, if you chant 16 rounds every day, follow 4 regular principles, you may reach before Trecha Mataji, before me also. Is it not? And maybe Mataji reaches before me. I hope so, or whatever. Not hope so, whatever I can say. And if you reach before, you please recommend me also. That Prabhuji helped us. So you please, Krishna, you please bring Prabhuji also. I am committing so many offenses. Yes. No. We have been in this please do not miss please do not miss Chetan Charitamrita classes. You will get very clear understanding in this Rupa Siksha. Obviously it will come very later on, but you don't miss any class of Chetan Charitamrita. Everything will become very crystal clear about Siddhanta. These conditions, we have been here in this material world from beginningless time. That's what the acharyas, that what Srimad Bhagavatam mentions. Now don't ask any other questions on this matter, because we cannot understand what is beginningless time. And we will also understand in Bhagavad Gita Our karma has been anadi. So many times it will come. We do not know when the desire to enjoy has come, but it has an end. Time, living entity, that means jiva, Krishna, and Prakriti. They are all eternal. We have explained this in the introduction. But karma is not eternal. Karma can be destroyed. I have explained this in the introduction. I want to explain it one more time. It's very nice. Just like, suppose from time eternity, this mobile was never there. Okay? From beginningless time, this mobile was not there. Somehow or other it comes, then its non-existence is stopped. I don't know whether you can understand this point. I'll repeat this. This mobile, if somehow or other, from beginningless time it was not there. So so somehow or other it comes to manifest somehow or other. Then its non-existence is stopped. Similarly, that means, so this way karma is anadi, but it can be stopped. Our karmas are from beginningless time, but when we chant Hare Krishna, then our karmas are destroyed. And then as our karmas fully get destroyed, then we go back to Godhead. Make sense? Yes, Monica Mataji. Monica Mataji, you have come joined only to ask questions? Are you hearing the Bhagavad Gita class also? Anyways, just joking. Yes.
I'm there actually. I'm working in the kitchen.
Oh, okay. No problem. That's good. That's yes. कोई नहीं. That's okay. You must have heard something. Yes. Very good question by Mataji. Should we chant Hare Krishna only more and more, or should we hear Bhagavad Gita also? The same question was asked by Srila Prabhupada. So I'll repeat this. And directly to Srila Prabhupada by one of his disciples. I heard directly in the recording. So one Mataji from Brazil was asking Srila Prabhupada, should I only chant Hare Krishna and not read your books? Then Prabhupada said, okay. No, he did not say okay. He said, your spiritual master has written those books, and if you don't read them, that is Guru Avagya, disobedience to the spiritual master. So how, and that is one of the Namaprad, third Namaprad. So how will you make progress if you commit Namaprad intentionally? Now, why Prabhupada is saying this, please try to understand. He's not that he simply wanted people to read his books. No. Without proper sambandh gyan, without proper understanding of my relationship with Krishna, I will not know in what mood I should chant Hare Krishna. See, we have been giving japa talks and all this philosophy. Do you think you have not been benefited at all by chanting Hare Krishna? Your japa has not been benefited by all those talks? I'm not, and you see, I'm not speaking from myself, that I'm speaking of something. I'm sharing the knowledge of Sambandh Gyan by hearing in what mood, with what attitude we should chant Hare Krishna, then we get benefit. I give a simple example. Mother Ganga, she's pure spiritual water. Some people I have seen with my eyes in Kumbh Mela, they will take bath in Ganga, come outside and smoke bidi, right at the bank of Ganga. But then when or some people will play in Mother Ganga. This is all offensive. You will see in Bhagavatam, what is this? Manigriva and Nalakuvera were enjoying with women in Ganga, Mandakini. And Prabhupada explains here, this is everything spiritual and material depends on our attitude also. So our attitudes gets stabilized, or how to say, corrected by hearing from Shastra. Also, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, they enhance our love for Krishna. It's not that only by chanting Hare Krishna we get love of God. By Bhagavad Gita, by chanting Hare Krishna, by taking prasadam. So yes, so you should chant Hare Krishna, but will you also take prasadam, Mataji? Or will you not take prasadam? Oh, prasadam, very important, prasadam, very important. So I tell you the main reason why should we hear Bhagavad Gita. Beautiful example. Can आवाज आ रही है कम से कम वहां पे? आवाज आ रही है? नहीं आ रही? इस वाले को ट्राई कीजिए. Are you able to hear? I don't know, maybe some problem with the net or something. Everybody got freezed. Hare Krishna. Oh, this is. रुक जाओ एक सेकेंड. नेट चला गया. ना उसका हॉटस्पॉट ऑन है, ऑन है, छोड़ो मत. कृष्ण 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 कृष्ण. लास्ट में अटक गया. ओके सॉरी. So this is a very important instruction. Are you able to hear? All of you can hear me? Abhi beta kya? Yeah, at least we can hear him. So, so what the instruction is that the inspiration. Hare Krishna. आ रही है आवाज नहीं आ रही? आ रही, okay. So now we don't know Krishna. So we know Krishna only through Shastra. And when we know Krishna, his glories, our motivation or inspiration to serve Krishna is maintained. Otherwise, this Hare Krishna will be only for some seasons and then we'll lose the inspiration to chant Hare Krishna. The answer is we get inspiration to render service to Krishna by hearing from Shastra, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavad. There is no other way. So now, if we don't hear Shastra, we will not know by what attitude we should serve Krishna and whether, what is that? And whether this process will give me perfection or not. Just like when we are on a proper path on the road, but if there are no milestones, then even our scooter's accelerator becomes less. We lose our faith of whether I'm on the proper path or not. So like that. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita explains those devotees who have taste for discussing Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, for them pure devotional service is guaranteed. I'll show you I'll find the shloka and send it to you. Awaaz aa rahi thi, nahi aa rahi thi? है ना? For those devotees who have a taste for discussing Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, pure devotional service is guaranteed. This is exact words are there. And Krishna himself says this. I'm not saying anybody who gives this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to the devotees, for him pure devotional service is guaranteed. Is it not? We have discussed this in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So I shall end here. I'll allow you to have prasadam now. Because that is also explained in Bhagavad Gita that one should take prasadam. Yat karo shedasnasi, and we'll meet tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Today महाराज क्लास इज देयर. हिंदी में क्लास होगा महाराज का, तो आपस में आ सकते हैं शाम को 7 बजे. ठीक है. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय. थैंक यू ऑल वेरी मच. हरे कृष्णा.